Lovely jubbly. Now, welcome to the Chelsea Football Fancast, fuelled by Guinness, powered by celery, and the show that has been rampaging and rioting in Paris this week. But not really. Anyway, it proved to be a gentle stroll against the Stoke, Stoke, I think. Should we leave it at Stoke? Yeah, I reckon so. Right, Stoke or Santos. We came out 3-0 winners against Mart reformed side. I say reformed. Charlie Adams still plays like he's at reform school. And talking of spring, they say there is no place like Paris in the spring. But sadly for Chelsea, our existence in this year's Champions League looks as fragile as a spring bud, thanks to a last-minute 3-1 defeat to PSG.
Very good, Chidge.
Let's hope the spirit that helped us to defeat Napoli in 2012 returns next Tuesday. Now, I, of course, belatedly, am Stamford Chidge. I am usually late, actually, but I am Stamford Chidge. This is the Chelsea Fancast, and the name of tonight's show is the Chelsea Football Fancast. Stoked! I thought you might like that. Now, joining me tonight, we have Dazza Mental. Dazza, how are you?
Do you use that title every year when we beat Stoke?
No, Broken Pottery, I did one year, I think. I can't remember. I always try and use a different one. I've never used Stoke before. Do you know who gave me that on Saturday? Kaiser Johnny from the Pudding Shed.
I saw Grayson Jack before the match.
Did you?
Saw him in the concourse. He said hello to me.
Did he really?
He's Matthew Oddingoffer, like me.
Very nice too. Now, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm very good.
Good stuff. We have, of course, actor.
Thank you.
Voiceover artiste extraordinaire, and of course songwriter,
thank you very much.
Song and dance man,
thank you,
and more important,
thank you.
Burger Al.
Yes, on.
Be careful how you say that.
Yeah.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. Have you not found anything to say about that Stoke? There isn't a Parisian or something you could say.
No.
No. Okay.
I saw you on Saturday, of course. We were
You
filming,
did.
weren't
we? We were going out and about.
We were.
And you were very loquacious and very interesting and funny, as always.
Of course.
And there was a wonderful moment when I told you where the cameraman started to get bored by the fact that I couldn't say anything, so it moved on to a single shot of you.
Yes.
And I just slowly but surely got into the shot and moved you out of the way.
I know. You're upstaging me as always.
I had to.
We should tell people, this is actually, for those of you who watch and listen to this show in Israel, we are going to be infecting your TV screens just before the Chelsea PSG game tomorrow night.
Shalom to you.
Exactly. So, oy vey, and we had great fun. They were lovely blokes, actually, weren't they? They were nice. I liked Arbel. He was a decent.
Yeah.
So there we go. I apologise now for whatever happens on Israeli TV tomorrow. I can't remember the name of the channel, annoyingly, but never mind.
Channel 5.
Is it Channel 5?
Yeah.
So Tuesday night, Channel 5. Anyway, we should go on. This man is Dr. Mart. I think we should have a round of applause.
Dr. Mart.
Yeah, he's a Werther's
That
original.
easy?
He's a Werther's original. Dr.
Wow.
Mart, the co-founder of the Chelsea Fancast, and the man to whom you should write in all of your complaints. Am I right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you've taken that responsibility on.
Can I just say that I haven't seen Jonathan for 40 years.
Yeah.
40 years?
Yeah.
41 years ago, I was at school with Jonathan.
But
I haven't actually seen him
We were
since.
two, both of us, weren't we?
Yeah, that's right, 2 years old.
Now we are two.
And all I can remember is that he was a prefect, because he gave me what was called a prefect's regulation.
No.
And now I'll take my punishment like the best of them. And I'm
Should
sure
you leave now?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out who looks younger.
And I'm sure
receiver.
that whatever heinous misdemeanour it was that I did, I deserved my punishment.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm sure it was very character building because I had to put
Can we
dots on
move on?
every single page of a sheet of graph paper.
Can we move on?
I'm
Keep
really
this
good
up.
at drawing dots.
I was never like that.
I prefer Bird Rebel. Listen, shut up, we've got to move on. Right, we have got the benches, of course, tonight. Who are we? Oh, Cheddar's back!
Hello!
Whoa. And he's got a Chelsea 1905 Joyzy on.
I got this from the Megastore in the 90s.
We
This
can't see it.
laptop.
Move your laptop, thank you. Did your mum knit it?
No, but it's from the Megastore. I think it's
Oh,
one of
you
the
got it
blue
from
flag
Megastore?
ones. Yeah, in the 90s, in the mid-90s.
They were good then. They looked
Yeah.
good.
It's good to have you back, Chad Meister. We've got some great people on the benches with you tonight. We've got the chef, as always. We've got Dan Silves, who I had the pleasure of having quite a few beers with on Saturday. But we've got some mates from New York.
We've got some New Yorkers in the house.
Some New Yorkers in the house. We've got Frankie, or as we're going to call you tonight, Fwanky. Yeah, Fwanky. What you going to do? Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of that tonight, Frankie, because you know when I met you 3 years ago in the pub, I couldn't resist doing that. So feel free to come over here and slap me if I get too out of order. And we've also got
We've got Stan as well.
Stan the man. So there we go. We've got New Yorkers in the house. New York Blues. I love them. How are the Neat brothers, by the way?
Doing great.
They're doing
Excellent.
great. Lovely stuff.
Right.
Right.
Nick actually flew in for the game, flew back yesterday. He's flying back again here on Thursday.
He's a nutter.
For the Swansea match.
He's
so.
a nutter, unbelievable. Right now, if you want to be on the benches, it's a great fun place to be. You have the privilege of me abusing you all night, which is quite fun. But if you want to be on the benches, it's very simple. Send us an email to chelseafancast@gmail.com. And of course, Chadder will be manning the decks on Twitter tonight at Chelsea FanCast if you want to tweet into the show. And of course, he will be also keeping you all under heavy manners in mixler.com/Chelsea-FanCast. There is no Mixler audio tonight. My computer had a bit of a tantrum before the show. But stay in the chat room, okay? Stay in the chat room, have a chat with Chadder, and watch the show at Sports Tonight Live. That would make a lot of sense. Now, on that very show tonight, we're going to be having a look at Ross's ratings for both the Stoke and the PSG games. And we're going to be raving about the pace of Mo Salah and the Brazilians of Willian. And of course, we'll also be asking, did Jose get it right by not playing a striker against PSG? And can we conjure up the spirit of Napoli in the second leg on Tuesday tomorrow
Yes,
night?
we can, Chidge.
I think we can. Now,
Yes.
we've also got a double dose of fannies, Jonathan.
Oh, goody.
It's good, isn't it? Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, well done.
So that's for the Stoke and the PSG games. Man of the match, chart of the match, Guinness and celery moment, of course. All you have to do is, in the next 24 minutes, get your votes in, and this is the address, chelseafancast.com/the-fannies. Vote now and vote often, isn't that right, Mark?
Vote early, vote often.
That's right,
Yeah.
because there are a few tied votes. I had a look earlier on, there's a few tied votes, so we need your votes. Now, of course, you can also tweet us, as I said, at Chelsea FanCast, and, you know all of that, I'm bored of that, let's talk about the football! Time for the big match review! Crystal Palace. Okay, so we've just gone back to last week. In fact, actually, I don't want to talk about Stoke. I'm going to talk about Crystal Palace.
Shall I get miserable again?
No, Sam gets a slap for that one, but he's lovely, really. Okay, no, we are actually talking about the Stoke game, the Potters, the cracked Potters. Yeah, I can hear them all in my ear. I've got them out there running around like loonies in there going, what happened? But before we start talking about the game, we got some correspondence, Jonathan. And Martin.
You and me.
And Darren.
Come on.
We all did, because it's the Chelsea FanCast.
Oh,
Although they did say this. They said, hi, Chidge. Note that. I really enjoy watching the FanCast every week, and in particular... No, it's too late for the Stoke one now. You had your chance. And in particular, the input of a certain Jonathan Kydd, who speaks with such authority, especially regarding Mo Salah, who, according to our resident wise sage, after his first couple of substitution appearances, would never be seen again at Chelsea. I am looking forward to watching him squirm on Monday, if you choose to remind him, as if I would.
Did I say that?
Again, congratulations to all of you guys for providing such entertainment every Monday evening. Keith, Cheshire Blue, you've been rumbled.
I have, but I think I'm allowed to make these kind of suggestions, aren't I? Really?
You are. No,
I
it's
think
totally
based
fine.
on previous performances where he was very poor.
Poor?
Poor.
He was poor?
Yeah, I think that...
Played quite well for Basel, though.
Yeah, played very well for Basel, but I just didn't think he couldn't cope in the Premier League.
I think, bottom line,
yeah.
I think it was all about Mo Salah on Saturday, and
I
I'll tell
agree
you
with
what, it'd be lovely to have a little look at him, actually. He's got a grin like a Cheshire cat after he scored his first goal, but... Anyway, it's all about confidence, I think. And I think the other thing that I really like is the way that... It sounds a bit naughty, but I like the way that, Jose's been proven right in easing him in.
Yeah. He's unbelievably quick.
He has,
isn't
hasn't he?
How fast is he?
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
It was one moment in the game on Saturday where the ball was booted down. You thought it's miles away, and he put pressure on the fullback instantly.
I'm going to say this one more, just for the hard of hearing. It would be really nice to see a still of Mo Salah anytime you like. Anyway.
He reminds me. He looks like.
Hey, there we go. A round of applause for the gallery. There we go.
Who does he look like?
I don't know. Who does he look like?
Kevin Peacock.
He looks like Kevin Peacock.
Yeah.
Gavin Peacock.
Gavin Peacock.
No,
Kevin?
the Reverend
Peacock.
The Reverend
He's the
Gavin
Reverend
Peacock.
Peacock, yeah.
The Reverend,
Yeah.
He's out in somewhere in Canada, apparently. I was talking
Yes,
to
he
Daniel
is.
Klassen about this, but apparently Gavin Peacock preaches in some little church in this
he does.
little place in
I
Canada.
hope he makes
I
a
think
lot
we
of
should
money.
all go and see him.
What for?
I don't know. Have a pray with him. I don't know. So the bottom line is that I thought Salah had a great game, Dazza, and I mean he showed. I mean what I love most. He had. I mean, his pace is frightening for a start, isn't it? But every time he got the ball or ran into space, you could see the fear in people like Shawcross's face. Of course, they fouled him for the penalty, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I do think he's a little bit unfair because there was also Paul. Paul said, didn't he, that he wasn't yet ready for the Premiership.
Paul had a bit of a grump on him, didn't he?
Yeah,
but he looked so out of his depth that first match.
Yeah, I know,
And there
but
was
I
a
think the
precedent,
first few
isn't
matches.
there?
But a lot of them did. Ramirez took a few months to settle in, and I think it's only natural that he's going to.
Well, Drogba took a
few
year.
games,
Who was the boy?
Kesman never did settle.
Kesman never did.
No, he didn't. Who was the boy who played against Brentford? I keep forgetting his name. The winger.
Marin.
Yeah, Marin. Never ever
Oh,
made
but he
any
was
progress.
awful.
It depends how you have to support him. Like, Kesman was never supported by Mourinho. He wouldn't bring him on when he should have been. We were 3-0 up at half-time with Portsmouth, and he brings on Good Johnson. With Corbin now left, he puts Kesman on left wing.
He
It's
did
not gonna
score in the
help
League
him.
Cup final.
Yeah. It's things like...
I'm going to... Sorry, go on. Finish what you were going to say.
Yeah, Mo Salah obviously had a very good game. I was just going to
I think
back
he had
up
finished.
Chidge. You
No,
just asked.
that's all right. I like being backed up. Chad, very quickly before we go to a break. I mean, what do you boys on the benches think about Mo Salah?
Well, I asked the people on Mixler and on Twitter. CFC Science says he's faster than Mo Farah. Kip says he's still a kid, he's a good investment for next season. And Alistair N83 said he played very well on Saturday, took his goal well, and his shine for Chelsea. He just needs time to settle in.
So I would hope he'd be faster than Mo Farah, because Mo Farah is just a
He's
middle
distance,
distance
yeah.
runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I would hope he's faster than Mo from the Three Stooges.
Yeah, that's very.
Because that would be pretty
That's
slow.
a very good reference.
It's the only Mo I could think of.
We do know.
Hey,
Five
one man
guys.
went to Mo.
And five
went
guys
to
named
Mo.
Mo.
Mo Salah.
Mo
Maybe not.
Salah.
That's good.
Maybe
That's
not.
could
Most is
become
left
his
from the
song.
Simpsons.
Ross, I know for a fact, has come up with a horrible song for he's got. What's it? Something to do with chicken. I'll ask him in the break what it is, because it's awful. We've got to go to a break, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be back to talk more about Chelsea versus Stoke.
More
Part
about
2.
them.